Hey, Louise.
Hey, Sarah.
So we, M- Monica has, we're practically still a virgin by Monica Hall. We are at the place where Monica does her search for her
Yeah,
parents.
finally. Yeah, and she finds
Yeah.
Alma, which we've talked about a lot in here.
Throughout
What's
the years in the
oh,
podcast.
we talk about a lot, and I finally was like, oh, that's what it stands for.
Yeah.
Adoptees Liberty Movement Association. I'm not sure I knew it had to do with adoptees and
I think at
association.
some point maybe we knew, but
Yeah, at the very beginning. But I was like, because we just say it so much, Alma. But anyways, it reunites people.
hmm
Been very helpful to a lot of adoptees, and she goes
and
through
it's
the
now been
process.
7 years since,
Oh, yeah.
and she's living with her boyfriend, who she gets engaged to, and
Yep.
ultimately marries, and then unmarries.
You know what was cute? So she obviously is going to get married again in life because she says, I wish I had it annulled so I didn't have to claim him as a husband, as one of my
Right,
husbands. Because he was a drinker, let's just say this,
right,
which
yeah,
is not shocking that you find a drinker when you've had a father that was a drinker.
right. And then you yourself
Yeah,
are a
going through.
drinker because
Yeah,
she talks all about that. But what was sad is that she found out that her mother had
yeah,
died. She found an uncle, like Alma
yeah,
helped her, and then she found an uncle and her mother. It was too late to meet her mother, which is really sad. And then at first, her uncle told her somebody else was her father.
yeah. The guy on the birth certificate was not correct. It was Joe Connolly because that's who she
hmm
was dating. But she actually put the real father on the birth certificate.
Yeah, and he was like, "No, it couldn't be him."
Yeah,
But
because he was from one of the tribes, the Cree culture up there, and
hmm
he's like, "Oh, my sister wouldn't do that or whatever," and she
right,
did put the right
because
father,
she did. She put the right father. So
which was
then,
impressive. And it made me sad about the mom. That's the one note I had it like that's the one place I really teared up because she finds this out while you're having because I found out I didn't have my mother and you're waiting your whole life to meet your mother.
yeah,
But then they keep going with other information and you're like, wait, I'm still on the fact that I don't have my mother. Like she was like processing, but you're hearing about all these other details, and it's just a sad. It's
and
like
it's
the
so in
final.
the when you put it that way, it's interesting to think about that because the people that are you just people assume like, oh, not a big deal. You already, you grew up with these other
Right.
parents, and so
Yeah.
what does that But it's really, wait a minute, that
It's
was my
it,
mother.
and not just that. Like as an adoptee, you and I both know our whole lives we wonder who our mother is.
Yeah.
It's like when the lady told me on the phone, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry to say she passed away, but your family," and on and I'm like sitting there like, "Wait, this is like 32 years at this point of me wondering who my mother is, and now you're telling me she's dead and has been dead for a long time."
And let's not gloss over that with,
Let's sit
but
here
here's
for a
your other
second. Yeah,
family. Like, let me
because
process for a minute.
this is another thing in adoption.
Yep.
So
So then she does meet Chaps, her handsome
he
father,
is
who
handsome.
was married and had kids pretty shortly after her. I think was married.
Right after, like
Um,
11 months after or something. Look at,
right.
here's a picture for YouTube. He looks like Elvis, very handsome.
Yep. She
Man.
says she cites Elvis in there.
Yeah, good looking guy.
Um, so yeah, she got to meet. He came to visit, and they were filming it for
Oh,
some adoption special on the news, which made him really nervous. And um, so
I
at
was
first she
thinking
didn't.
about that. She didn't tell him.
Right.
She's an extrovert
Well,
thinking
she told
everybody.
his wife, I guess, right?
Oh,
And then the wife surprised him on the plane. So by the time he got off the plane, he was nervous and like, what?
I can
Um,
imagine that actually. You're kind of like, wait a second, this is a big deal. He really wanted to know her too.
mm-hmm.
Right away. And he would say, okay, so his wife, this is one thing I thought was interesting too. His wife was known to not be that nice in town. Like, oh, watch out for his wife. But she was actually very loving about all of this. And he used to tell her when they go into bars and stuff, I wonder if that's my daughter. I wonder if that's my daughter. Which I thought, oh, it's nice. Someone was
I like
listening.
the going into bars. It's so, the
So where they are,
alcohol is so
Canada.
prevalent in this book. I mean, so then, he ends up taking her. She does leave divorce the husband, Danny, and then she goes to Canada
Yeah.
and gets to meet her siblings and
Yeah.
finally feels
Somewhat.
connected and
Yeah.
belonging and all of that stuff, and how different their life was from the way she was raised, you know. Just I
Yeah.
thought it was interesting to see all the differences.
Yeah. And she does have siblings and she feels close to people, but then get and one thing, so why I'm reading it, I'm like, her mom is pretty cool because she was so supportive this whole time. And she
Mhm.
was. She was always supportive. But then her mom
Oh gosh.
wrote journal after journal of her real feelings, which she didn't put on Monica, but she gave them to her. She read them after she died. Is that correct? That's what I
But no,
remember.
her mom gave her the
Oh,
journals,
gave her.
and
That's right. She didn't find them. She gave her
which
to her.
was very kind of cruel because Monica reads through this
Yes.
and her mother wrote, um,
Mm,
would I have wanted to take her as a daughter, knowing she would turn out, knowing she would turncoat when she was grown? So she actually did think that because Monica had talked about her father
yeah.
to some nosy woman who was like, what? I thought, just
So
whatever,
and so's a
judgy.
yeah.
So her mother did actually feel
And
like,
wrote
oh, she's a
pages about it.
traitor and turncoat. And then she said, the answer is no. I would not have taken her
Oh
on those terms, not as my daughter. I mean, how crushing. And Monica didn't even, they couldn't even talk about it
no,
because it
she's
was
gone.
after she was gone. Yeah.
It's kind of like here. I'm gonna give this to you after, and you're let me make you suffer now.
Right.
Harsh. And
Yeah.
she says like, "Oh my gosh, it must have hurt her and all this." But this is just a young person getting excited to know their identity. And that is the reality. Like if you're going to
And then,
adopt or you have adopted, there's room for everybody in your child's life. This is the
hmm
reality. You just have to know that because she still loved her mom so much. And then it was cruel. It was cruel because I'm sure she thinks about this a lot. I mean,
yeah, I can't, I mean, that would just be the most devastating thing to read.
yeah. And
Just
she, yeah,
really cruel and painful. And then the name of the chapter was Elephant Sized Tears because Monica cried elephant sized tears.
yeah.
And then she went to Canada and met the family. I kind of got things switched around, but
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, you're right. You're right. I was thinking the same thing. I get things out of order too because I get carried away by the story.
yeah.
Well,
She's been through a lot, Monica. A
yeah.
lot.
And if you come to DC, you can talk to
Yes, she'll be on
her.
stage. You can ask her questions. She'll be on our panel. So,
She'll have books, the
yep,
whole thing,
yep, you can pick
along
up
with
her book
everybody
there
else.
and yeah. Okay, well, I will see
Oh,
you in a minute for Mee Ok.
yeah, Miyok. This is a big episode,
It
everybody.
really is. It's a big episode. Intense.
Yeah. See you in a minute.
See you in a minute.